Hi there, I am Dory with Prairie Scraps, and I'm here doing a t-shirt. I actually am having a big birthday this week, and so my family treated me to a girls' weekend away. I apologize for the angles, but I'm going to move you down so you can see what I'm doing on this t-shirt. But anyway, so I'm going away for the weekend with my girls, and I wanted to make t-shirts for everybody because I got this month's, this is actually October's Club Couture transfer. And so we have a club that every month you can subscribe to, and you can get a 8.5 by 11 transfer every single month. As you've seen, I've already made one t-shirt. It turned out so awesome. So I did that on Facebook Live. You can find me over at Facebook at Prairie Scraps. I have a business page. Then I have a VIP group that's a little bit different. I kind of put all my ideas and everything in there. And that's Prairie Scraps Chalkin'. So those are the two places on Facebook you can find me. I'm on Prairie Scraps Instagram, but I'm not so much on there as much. But anyway, like I said, I'm Dory with Prairie Scraps here on YouTube, and I'm so excited because I thought this particular transfer for October club members actually looks a lot like it belongs on a t-shirt. So I'm excited. It says very thankful, grateful, and then incredibly blessed across the bottom. So I'm going to be inking this today, and I'll continue telling you a little bit about this. Hopefully you can see that. All right. I just have like a black t-shirt. It's kind of like a t-shirt. It's actually got some ribbing in it, and I put we have these sticky mat from Chalk Couture. I put that on there. It sticks to the t-shirt a little bit better. And these are reusable transfers that we use. And like I said, this is the Club One, and I'm going to just try to get it nice and in the middle. I do think I did have a little bit of a problem on the last t-shirt that I did with some of the edging. There was a seam in there. So my daughter did tell me she was worried about this right here, and I'm kind of with her. This actually is already not as sticky as it was the first time around. So usually when we use chalk and on different surfaces, like on hard surfaces, you want to go ahead and fuzz it off, but because I'm using it on a t-shirt, hopefully we can get this to work for me. And I'm going to start, I think, actually I'm going to do these, I'm doing 4 of these, so I've kind of got an idea about what I want to do. I'm going to be using our Chalk Couture ink. I don't know if you can see that, sorry if it's so bright. There it is. And this one is Papaya. Isn't that a pretty color? Such a pretty color. That's what I'm going to be using today to do this middle part. And then I'll be using also Candy Apple Red. These are inks, so these are very permanent ink. And then a bright white. So sorry about that with the... So like I said, I'm going to just start out and do the Grateful here. I'm actually going to try to go in one direction because it is moving a lot. I'm not happy with that. Okay. I feel like I'm already halfway into this. This is not sticking to this shirt. I wonder if it's because of the fabric, because the fabric is very different. You can use them like stencils, but I'm a little worried about this. I'm worried about this. Well, it's permanent ink, so I'm not getting it off. Yeah. Maybe it's good I'm not doing this on live. I don't know. I will definitely leave it on if I can get it to work, but this is kind of scary. I don't know if this is going to work. I might peel this back and take a look. I want to at least try to get the Grateful on there, I think. This is shifting a lot. So maybe multiple. I wonder if it's not this t-shirt, because it was sticking pretty well to the other t-shirt I used. I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really worried about this, actually. Okay, well, it looks all right. It's not going too bad. All right. I'm really sort of worried about that, to be honest. I don't know why it's not sticking very well. All right. I'm going to keep going on. They say you can use them just like stencils. This one, shady at best, I think. Boy, I'm hoping this turns out. The Grateful turned out really nice, so I'm just going with it. I'm committed. I'm committed to this project. It just seems to be slipping, and I wonder if this is like more of a spandex fabric, and so therefore it's not working as well. Yikers. This makes me really nervous. Okay. I'm going to check my fingers, make sure I get them washed off. I'm just using a baby wipe on these, on my hands, because I don't want to spread it. And I'm going to use that Candy Apple Red next on these extra words, and then the rest of those flowers. I'm nervous. This is, ooh, crud. I just spilled. This is not pretty. Don't know where that lid went. Hoi yoy. That was a close one. The lid ended, this little thing ended in an upright position. I don't think I got it on anything. It is permanent. Nope, I didn't get it on anything. Wow, that was a close one. I dropped it down there. It kind of shimmied on everything. And now, hopefully, I didn't just ruin this, too. Holy cow. I'm making a mess. This might not be a great project late night. We'll see. And hopefully this hasn't moved either. Might have to watch the video back. This might be a whole disaster here. All right. I'm going to take another squeegee. I can hardly talk. This one's making me so nervous. All right, I'm going to just... I'm wondering if it's this fabric. I don't know. I hope I've never had a transfer not stick, and they say you can use it for 12, and I've only used it for 1. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think, to be honest. I'm just trying to blend the red and orange a little bit together. Guess I should do this incredibly. Thankfully, this is really new ink, so it is just going on nice and smooth. It's not... It's not fussing at all. I just got these in, so they're going nicely. Nice and smooth. Oh boy, this is making me nervous. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about this little project. All right, I'm gonna take a look. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, so far so good. I'm not going to pull anymore because I want it to work. All right, so I'm going to set that red over there. That was the candy apple red. Checking my fingers because any little bit, if you leak it onto your project, it will be permanent. So you want to be really careful. All right, next we're going to use that bright white. And I'm going to use one of our tools for this one. Hopefully this works out pretty well. I don't know. Ooh, I'm nervous. I don't think I've ever been this nervous for any project ever. All right, this is one of our tools, and I'm just going to be very careful and try to go one way. Hopefully I can do this. Oh my goodness, I just got my sweater. Yep, we're going to have permanent orange ink on my sweater. Ah. And of course it's smearing. I'm going to take a new one because I don't want to. Tried to get some water on it right away to kind of wash it. Oh boy. Well, not too bad. I got it mostly out. I'm going to try to be a little more careful, I guess. Oh my goodness, this might be the biggest disaster ever. We'll see. I don't know. If you see it on YouTube, it's because it's my biggest disaster or my biggest success. I don't know, one of the two. I don't know if I'll be brave enough to post it if I make a disaster. Don't want to put my elbow in anymore. Trying to just be nice and smooth. All right, this is going to be a problem here, I can tell. Maybe not, I don't know. Try not to get into the red, just putting the white on. Makes sort of a mess if you do that. Boy, I sure hope this sticks. I don't think it's the transfer, because the transfer didn't feel not sticky. It's kind of weird. I think it's because the fabric. Maybe it's the spandex, like a blend. I'm thinking cotton maybe works better. All right, got a little red in my white. I'm going to wipe that off. Try not to get that everywhere. All right, here's another little line I want to get in white. See if I can get it. I did schmooze a little orange over there. I think it'll be okay. Well, just when you think you know what you're doing, I guess you don't. Oy, oy. It's all an adventure, right? I always like to say there's no mistakes in crafting. There's just opportunities. Well, this is an opportunity for sure, right? Yep. This is a messy little spot right here. The connection with the red. All right, I'm just gonna try to breathe through this. I like to, I don't know about you, but I like to do things like have them turn out and look nice. I like to make sure everything's in the lines. No boo-boos. And here we are. We're making a mess. I'm just kind of taking it slow. I apologize for the length of this video. Just trying to get it laid on here without moving it too much. I'll be pretty amazed if this looks decent. Hopefully my daughter won't be disappointed. So like I said, we're going for a my birthday weekend, girls' day out. So I thought it would be fun if we all had matching t-shirts. Well, I had a couple of black t-shirts already. In fact, I had 3 of them that worked for us, and I need 4. And so I went, we have a Dollar Tree / Family Dollar, and I went down there and was able to find this shirt. It's not exactly, it's not exactly a t-shirt. It's more of like a dressy shirt. Get that little, yikes, I'm kind of making a mess here. This red kind of leaked into that a little bit. I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I don't want to mess it up. So anyway, I kind of settled. There wasn't really a t-shirt. I did get another t-shirt, but all right. Well, here's the true telling moment. We'll see. Oh, I see where I need to fix. I was worried about that. A little bit of... Okay, thankful wasn't there. Very thankful. That turned out. Grateful looked good. Very good. I'm excited. Now I don't want to... The nice thing is... Oh yeah, that is a mess. But that's all right. I think it's all right. I'm going to set this red down before I make a mess. More of a mess. Incredibly blessed. Oh, I'm so excited. That actually turned out. Oh my goodness. I really thought that was not going to turn out. It was so not sticky. So anyway, that is our club transfer. I don't even know where to put this so I don't make a mess. But that is the club transfer for October. And if you're watching this today or on the 30th, it's the second to last day of the month. And so this will be only available, this will be available as of the 1st of October. And there's really cute Hello Fall transfer. I've got ink everywhere. It's just all around the jar because I just put the lid on. There is so if you'd like more information, you can go to my website. It's www.chalkcouture.com/Dori, D-O-R-I. And you can go on there and sign up for Club Couture on there. And it's only $19.99 a month. You get this transfer plus 3 chalks. These are inks, so this will not work on a t-shirt and stay permanently. But it's so much fun. There's so many things you can do, and this is one of them. I just thought this was a fantastic way to go. Ooh, I'm making messes tonight. The ink does make me very nervous. I don't want to make a mess because it is permanent. So hopefully I didn't make a mess out of my little camper here. It slid down on a package and then stood straight up on the floor. So it looks like I didn't make a mess. And I'm going to throw these right out so I don't get those all over everything. But there it is. I'm sorry for it being upside down. I'm really afraid to move it because I do not want it to goober up or get all wrecked up. It's very wet. The one thing I did do was I did use, there's this mat, this Chalk Couture mat in here, just to give you an idea. Sorry, this will be totally upside down, but I just don't want to flip it around. But isn't that beautiful? Just how beautiful that looks. And I'm telling you, that was not sticking at all. And it wasn't sticking very well to this mat, but I just thought it was, well, my mat's not as wet. But you do want something in between. So if you don't have the mat, you can always use a piece of cardboard. And then the transfer, and then our inks. And what I'll do is I'll let this completely dry, and tomorrow evening I'll come in with a piece of parchment paper over it and an iron for a few minutes and heat set it. And I tell you what, this is so permanent. It's not going to come up. If you've had any vinyl t-shirts or, you know, whatever they make those t-shirts out of, and they've fallen apart, I can testify that I've had t-shirts with the letters coming off before I even wash it. This stuff does not come off. It's pretty amazing. So thanks for joining me. Like I said, please do some sprinkles for me, share with your friends, and enjoy, and let me know if you need any, want to get into my club. There's other perks too, besides getting a monthly Christmas in the mail.